Hello, everyone. It's Susie Kwok again. Yes, I am very happy as usual because of all the good stories that I collected during the past 10 years. Uh, about, you know, by sharing Rain Soul in Asia. And I can tell you recently why I want to talk about eyes today because there's so many such a need. Many people come ask me, and sure enough, I received something. I guess some sort of statistics that recently the increased sale of supplements. The biggest increase is in eyes, protecting the eyes. Supplement went up 4,000%. Yes, Brain Soul is just cold pressed seed nutrition little pouch, but it is doing wonder things. One of my partner in Canada was saying that no pain in rain. That's her slogan. No pain in rain. That's a nice slogan. Yeah. Now, when I started 10 years ago, I only really the limited knowledge I have was from when I study about essential fatty acid, good oil versus bad oil. Now, then later around 2015, this professor from MIT wrote this book for doctors because, and he named the book very interesting. Instead of essential fatty acid, he said, no, that this term has been abused. He said, P means parent, parent, parent essential oil, parent. So he does that. He want to make a little different what everybody talk about essential fatty acid. Okay, everyone think about fish oil. No, he's very against fish oil. And all I can tell you, I copied this little oxygen chart from his book. Essential fatty acid is a oxygen magnet. It when you have good oils in your blood in your body, okay, and in the red blood cell travel to deliver nutrition and oxygen to every single cells in your body. I mean, most of us, believe me, before I study, we just think oxygen's in the lung. We breathe, we exercise in the lung. Never, you know, go detail, understand that every cell needs oxygen. Okay, so this is amazing. I learned a lot since I start working on rain, uh, for my own good and my family. Now, our blood vessel, our blood vessels, there are small ones and big ones. The big ones are only 26% of the blood vessel systems. 74% are the smallest capillaries. And you see it, this is the brain. You see all these little ones, the very little one, they as big as the piece of hair. You see the heart. When you hear people go bypass, okay, they talk about the little bigger ones, but these little ones, come on, if they're being blocked, if they being jammed, that's it. These capillary being blocked first, receiving no nutrition, no oxygen. Very common for people already taking high blood pressure pill or blood thinners. Okay, because doctor said, oh, you need to take this. Your blood is sticky. Okay. Now, if you can imagine this whole area being blocked, jammed, these cells, the cells that are next to these capillary, these cells, they slowly will be dying because there's no blood, no oxygen moving in there. 74%. That's why when you feel numbness in your finger, your leg, or, sometimes, somewhere in parts of your body, you feel funny, but you could not tell. It's not pain. Okay. So that's why it's true. We're supposed to exercise, but how many of us do it? So understand that. Okay. So just remember that capillaries and oxygen. Okay. Now, just want to remind you, oh yeah, I got this Vietnam one, but it's the same. You probably saw this chart a long time. You see, if there's a blockage in the capillary, the small one, this is where problem will start, okay? And sorry, I have to go pull the other screen. Can I get out? Okay. Okay, the brain. Actually, the eyes are in the brain, part of the brain, okay? And so brain is 60% fatty tissue, and 25% of the blood is needed to support the brain, okay? So you just think about it. The brain has to carry oxygen. So it's very important. It's estimated 20% of the oxygen is required to support your brain activities. In the back of the brain, there are 12 pairs of nerves in the back of the brain, two, left and right. Okay, they have left side and right side. Now, and right here you see the picture. Okay, I paste this. Yeah, the picture is the same thing right here and right here. Now, the number 2 nerve is called the vision input from the eye. Now we see things with our eye, but actually it's the input. We see it, but there is a reflection in the back of the brain. I have another chart for you to look at it later. Okay, so it's an input. The eye just an input, but the nerves bring it to the back of the brain. And let me tell you why it's so important. About 8 or 9 years ago, I met this lady in Malaysia. She had a 7-year-old son, healthy son, until he turned 7. Then he was having trouble. He was falling down, bumping, just bump around like he cannot see. So the mom took him to the eye doctor. Maybe he need glasses. Well, the eye doctor checked it out and said, no, nothing wrong with the boy's vision. You take him to the brain specialist. It's the part of the brain, the receptor that's having problem. So the lady, to cut it short, the lady, a friend of this lady, heard about her son's going to take chemos. The brain specialist recommended chemotherapy on the brain. He's only 7 years old. And it's that week when he got into the hospital, a friend gave a box of salt to the mom for her to give it to the boy to take. They would keep him, in good shape while he's getting the chemo. And 1 week, the mother, someone met her in the office, and the mom was crying to sign up to buy the product for the son. Because she said, as she walked into the hospital, the room, her son is the only kid. See, I guess it's a chemo ward. Those children are having cancers, they're getting chemo treatments. Her son's the only kid that is so active, normal, happy. All the other kids are half dead. She started giving him, anyway, couple of years later, I met her again. I said, how's your son? She said, well, he's still taking Rinso. But you understand, having chemo to the brain, there is damages. But it's good that he's young. So that's why it's the nerve too. It's fatty tissue. Because later on, she told me the doctor wrote the diagnosis, but she doesn't know what it is. It's just that specialists say something in the brain that is getting rotten. The tissues are not informed. So that's why they treat it as cancer of the brain. So it's not the vision. You can see, kind of, supposed to be. The lens is good, the eyeball's good, but no, here's no good. Okay, number 3, muscle of the eye pupil. This is the muscle. You know, you see our eye, the white part of our eye, they're muscles. Okay, these are muscles. And so we should do some exercise. There's an exercise, you go left, right, up, down, you know, left, right, up, down. You should do that. I tell you, I was in Norway 2 years ago. There was a man sharing the testimony. He wrote it on Facebook too. He's 52 years man. And when he was 1 year old, he had a head injury. For some reason after that, one of his eye cannot be focused. Okay, just went off the side. So all the 51 years, he was seeing things only with one focused eye. The other eye not listen. You cannot figure out. Okay, so after he started taking Rinso and core for almost a year, all of a sudden one day, he said, whoa, I can focus with my 2 eyes now. This is after 51 years. See, then I wrote this, I printed this chart 10 years ago to try to tell people, come on, take good oil for brain. But I didn't realize when you have good oil in your brain, it actually can nourish, lubricate all these nerves. So the man's eyeball dropped back in normal position. But I mean, because I knew about this 12 pairs of nerves, so it was not surprise to me, but it was exciting to see him. And then another one, that was in Taiwan. Now this is number 4 nerve. Muscles of the eyeball to and from the midbrain. I'm going to show you a slide later. Midbrain, middle of the brain. You know, the nerve just go into the middle of the brain, and then from the middle of the brain, all the things you see that you capture, the picture, whatever location, I'm telling you, the midbrain receive it and we send it to different storage boxes. You send it to different parts of your brain tissues. Okay, it's just like our drive, USB. I got this in this USB, I got this in USB. So it automatic. And muscle of the eyeball to and from. I'm not kidding with you. This is exciting. So I was in Taiwan about 8 years ago. That's a long time, at least 8 years ago, 9 years ago. I was giving a training and this lady came up to me before the class say, oh, 郭老师, Miss Susie, can I give you a hug? I said, well, I guess so. I mean, you know, I said, you know, she wants to thank me. It's her, you know, appreciation. She said, thank you for bringing Rinso to Taiwan. What happened is that her husband, they're 60 some years old. For the past 20 years, her husband's eye, you know, we can see 180 degree. You know, you can see things on the corner, okay? But for him, his vision has been like this. Slowly, slowly, slowly is in tunnel vision. And see many doctors, no, nothing can do. And eventually, if it just close it up, then he will lose his sight. And all of a sudden, when he start taking 2 boxes of Rinso, you know why they asked for Rinso? The friend did not try to sell them. This lady had Parkinson's disease in church. They knew, they saw her. That lady been on wheelchair for 6 years, and now all of a sudden she start walking. So this lady went over to her and said, "Hey, what are you doing?" You know, the lady said, "Well, I've been taking this ring so 6 packets a day." So that's why she said, "Can I buy some from you?" So this lady, not knowing this, she just suspect, well, still the brain. Let's try it, okay? So that's how she discovered her husband's vision completely back to normal. Okay, this is after 20 years. And then, of course, his hearing, you see, hearing is the number 8 nerve, and then the tongue. He cannot speak too good too. All these are fixed. So I can tell you, for 10 years, I've seen this 12 nerves working. But this eye is, I never take time to talk about a figure. The eye's the eye, right? But so many people ask me and I have so many stories, I must tell everyone. So, okay, muscle, okay? It's all that good oil doing the lubrication. And then the oxygen, you have to, you really have to thank the oxygen and the blood cells that carry the oxygen where? Carry the oxygen inside here. You understand? It is going through all the small capillary. So it can revive all these tissues around all the blood vessels. So is your body's the healing one. Okay, there's no magic on this so-called ring soul. Okay, so now, so you saw this, okay? Now, years ago, this is like 40 years ago must be, I studied under this doctor, Bernard Jensen. And he's a very famous, in fact, he almost invented this whole alternative health topic called irisology. Okay. And because his concept is that if you're constipated, your eyes are no good. 40 years ago, I was very constipated. Very constipated. Okay. So I went to colonic cleansing, and I studied this because you know why? Because I got problem with my contact lens. I could not wear contact lenses anymore. I gone to see eye doctors. He said, no, even just a 1 month, those days with the hard lens, 1 month new, the lens already dirty. So the doctor told me, you cannot wear contact lens. Your tears are cloud, making the lens cloudy and they're sticky. You cannot, you better go back glasses. And then my eyes start balancing, not focusing. So he said, you better wear glasses so your eye can focus. So I'm telling you. So this is very interesting. You know, the eyes have different, the most perfect eye is the top one, the first row. But you see all these eyes with holes, those are inflammations in your body. Now, how vision system organized? Remember the second nerve? When you see something, the optic nerve, one of the number 3 nerve is to the midbrain. You send the message to the midbrain. And then another one going to the back. That's a nerve number 2. So when you see something, oh, beautiful, okay? It's the back of the brain. So there's a brain tissue, okay? So the eyes is part of the brain. And the herbal doctor always tell us the eyes are the windows of your health. If they look through your eye, they can see everything. They can tell whether you have cholesterol. They can tell you whether you have cataract. They can tell you all kinds of stuff, liver trouble. So eyes are very important. You see, this is it. The 7-year-old boy that I told you, he can, vision was 20/20. But by the time the image went, the input of images in the back brain, it went blur. So these are the, I mean, this is what the doctor's collection of not healthy people. I bought a machine. I bought his machine too. I bought his camera. It was quite expensive. 20 years ago I did. It can read part of your pupil, where's the thyroid, where's the kidney, where's the brain, and then here, around the pupil is the colon. It's your colon. Okay, this is a cute picture. Okay, here's the part of, if your eye, if you look at someone, if the eye is not bright, I always tell people, I can look at someone's eye, I can see how good the brain is. And it changes your whole health. Okay, so right around the pupil is the colon. If you look at some of the older people, if it's gray color, becoming gray color, you know it's full of toxins. Okay, your spine, your lung, your leg. Okay, honestly, I bought the machine 20 years ago. It got broken, so I never went back and bought another one. Very interesting. When I look at the eye, I can tell, hey, you have a broken leg. And they say, yeah, it did. It show up on the, because he computerized it. Because he's a specialist. I think he passed away just about 10 years ago. Okay, he lived a long life, 90 some years old. So he collect all these data, and then he put in the computer. I might buy the machine again, okay? But it's just very interesting. So left and right eye, left eye different, okay? And also I tell you what, it reflects the right eye will represent your right side of the body and the left is left. This doctor did really good statistics. Now, the common eyes problem today facing people, yeah, in the old day, you think it's more like old people get more, but now it's getting younger and younger. Glaucoma is one of them. Okay, what is glaucoma? Glaucoma, here's a normal eye right here. Okay, we have tear duct. Okay, we have tear duct. So the tear duct will drain the liquid. If we have a healthy lymph system, lymphatic system, and you drink enough water, okay, your eyes should be lubricated constantly. You should not be dry eye, because when you have your eyes dry, you automatically sense it, and there's liquid lubricate to your eye. Okay, and that's why oil is very important. When that liquid come out, they carries oil too. You ever, if you have mucus, you feel those tears. It's a little sticky stuff. Okay, so in other words, if this drainage lubrication procedure, the drainage system is good, working good, there should be no glaucoma. What is glaucoma? Glaucoma is when this supposed to be automatic procedure, some tissue got hardened. It's called hardened. So the liquid or the duct, maybe the duct got plugged up. Okay, so slowly, okay, they have pressure. You go see eye doctor, they check it out for you. If you're about certain, I think 12 or 14, you need surgery. A little mild case, doctor will give you an eye drop. Okay, but come on. When this build up, slowly build up, it's big pressure. Because the water just build up, okay? And these are all hardened tissue. When the pressure build up, it will break. You're gonna have leaking blood vessels. The eyeball will be damaged. You go blind. And that's why, you know what? 10 years already. Nowadays, more so. You see people go use an eye drop. The eyes keep dry. Drop. Yeah, sure. You see in the air conditioning room, you think it's dry. But don't worry, but no. Your body automatic know it's dry, it will lubricate. Okay? But there are people today very young, eye drop, constant eye drop. And then as they take Rainsol, Yeah, I said, try it. It's your lymph. You need to lubricate your, get the lymph fluid floating. So most of people taking the rainstorm, they said, notice very quickly, say, oh, I don't need any more eye drops now. You see? So please tell people when they start using eye drop, dry eye, this is the beginning of bad, because it can mean that some years down the road, it's going to be hardened. That's the beginning of horrible story. And I can tell you, when this person, because I work with people with glaucoma, honestly, yeah, they are 70 some years old, okay? And you see, I asked these seniors, say, are you constipated? Can you pee and poo? Trust me, older people, probably 80% suffering. And every single glaucoma person is very constipated. That's why I'm telling you, I have people recover from it because I put Rinso, Core, now Peer even faster. Once they release those, put it this way, once the bowel movement, the pee and the poo get normal, everything goes smoothly. I had a lady, just doctor wanted to do surgery. After about 2 months, it got, the pressure dropped back down. That's it. So this is why I can tell you, can it be prevented? Definitely. Definitely. So don't just say, oh, I'm putting eye drops. That can only be temporary. Now, this is the optic nerve. Okay. This is the pupil. Okay. This is the eyeball up this way. So you see all these blood vessels, they're even more small ones. Okay. There's a lot of vessels behind the eye. Okay. And so the big one, this is the optic nerve. The little green, the wrap around the vessel, that's the optic nerve. You see the little yellow stuff. This is all the, tell you what, everything go by transmission. They're not connected. They're not connected, but it's the sensation, it's a sense, it's nerve. And you know what? All the nerve, the line, not the lining, the membrane of the nerve are all fats. That's why the brain is 60% fatty tissue, probably more in the eyeball. So far, I haven't read any statistics, but I'm pretty sure it's a lot. Okay. Macular degeneration. That's another common one. Very common, especially nowadays. And they're hitting young people too. Young people. And macular degeneration, you see, the eyeball is more like gel type. They're more like gel type. And when we see things, this is a healthy one, okay? It's the gel tissues. And you see this yellow lining in the back here, okay? That's the next one. This macular is right here. This is, you see all these spots inside that eyeball. These are damaged tissues from the light. Or in another word, you can say it that way. If your eyeball is very nourished, got lots of nutrients. Now, one other ingredient, there's one company is pretty big from Japan. They sell lutein. Yeah, you can go internet, it's common. It say lutein is one of the popular so-called nutrient or antioxidant, you call it, for this area. But it's more than that. It's more than that. Trust me. Okay, so and this macular degeneration, it works very slow. That's why usually it's older people will get it, but the people with high blood pressure, diabetes, or people now they use computer and using the anyway using these smart so-called blue light, always facing the blue light. And the worst is when you reading something so bright and then you close the bedroom light. Okay, the people, oh, let me look at a little bit. Let me look at a little bit, catch up some messages. You know what? That dark room and then the white light, I mean the blue light hit you so hard. That's the worst. Because you are then you are damaging your pupil. You're forcing the pupil to go. You see, when we wear sunglasses, when we wear sunglasses, it's dark, right? Dark. Yeah. If you're driving on a hot sunny day, you need to wear a little sunglass to protect the glare. Okay. True. You need that because this gel area, when this is start, the back area, this gel area will try to open up more because it's dark. They want to the gel try to capture the picture, so it had to be opening wide. So that's why you try to catch up some messages in your smartphone in a dark room. You are forcing your eyeball, this macular, to open that wide, big, big, and then the light would just go in and will burn those tissues. You understand? You wear the sunglass properly at the right time, but don't drain your eyes. Those strong light will burn this area. When it's burned, because you don't have enough so-called nutrients. Nutrients, to me, is more than antioxidant. Trust me. Antioxidant only talk about free radical, but come on, free radicals everywhere. Yeah, you're using the phone, that's free radical. You're looking at the sun, you create free radical. You just finished a dinner, that's creating free radical inside too. So to me, just too general, too common. I think the better term is that you're basically, if you don't have good nutrients to make these cells healthy, you're gonna be in deep trouble. The core. Now, rain salt is very good because you need an oil. Okay, you need that oil. I'm pretty sure it's still gonna be 60% fatty tissues inside. Okay, and also the core. You know, core, because they are green, especially one of the vegetable is called kale, is very high in lutein. Very high in lutein. And especially we use Maltese seeds. This is a couple hundred years already studies from Europe. It's well known in the world that is very good for eyes. Okay, so that's all I can tell you. You're taking salt and core, you are giving your you're giving your eyeballs less than nutrition. Again, let me repeat, it's all those phytochemicals that are, because it's cold pressed, our products are cold pressed, all those phytochemicals from all these nutrient seeds and vegetable super greens, more than anything else, is going to be feeding your eyeball. That's the reason recently. I mean, this happened last week. There was a lady, I make a little, book to show people about the health. I use a lot of picture, but there's some words, and the words are pretty big. The lady, I think she's 60 some years old. She couldn't read it. 老花, it's called what they call fast sight. As you get old, your lens get hardened. So she cannot read my book. Guess what? She's a new customer. She just started taking Rinso like 2 days. And then she picked up my book and she started reading. She said, oh, I can read better today. That fast. Now for some people it's really fast. Okay? But because it's dense nutrients. Between our soul and core, you talk about hundreds of phytochemicals are in there. That's why I'm telling you, just one pack and 2 soul every day. It will do you wonderful. And I have to tell you, for a long time, I told you already, I couldn't even wear contact lenses. That's 40 years ago. So guess what? My eyeglasses are very thick. I'm in the 900s. Okay. I started wearing when I was 6th grade. And then I got stigmatism. Stigmatism, pretty bad. So bad that I cannot wear soft lens. Doctor told me, your stigmatism cannot be corrected with soft lens. So I'm telling you, I just had my eye checkup a couple months ago. I got a new glasses. And the eye doctor checked me out and say, oh, no cataract. Well, I'm very happy. I mean, you think, if I think back 40, 50 years ago, my lens is so dirty. So my lymph tears are very, honestly, you know, I got a lot of eye mucus and they're sticky. So when he told me I got no cataract, I was so happy, so excited. I mean, I'm 71. So with my past history, I'm not kidding with you, all clean up. Okay. So this is it. You have to know what you're doing. Okay. Know a little bit. Now, macular degeneration, that's another very awful part. You see, I show you some pictures up here. You see these lines of weaving and some shade and some dark spot. Macular degeneration. It can happen like that. One day you wake up, you see something, oh, you know, waving. And then the other eye is okay though. That's exactly what happened. This one man, I was in Taiwan again several years ago, quite some time ago, 6, 7 years ago. And he's a physical instructor, physical education instructor, teacher. So you know he exercised. He's very tall and very fit. He was in Taipei. And he came up and gave testimony. Because 1 year, 6 years ago, he was in a typhoon. And I guess he hurt his eye, I guess, or head, whatever. Maybe something fell down. So from that day on, he suffered macular degeneration. This one eye cannot see, you know, just not straight. He gone to see many doctors, and he took many supplements in his 6 years, and nothing helped. A friend sharing so with him. Now, you know, we talk about cold press, good oil, good brain. So I guess he associates the eye with the brain too. So he started taking Rinso 4 pack a day. I remember he said that, 4 packet. His friend told him to take 4 packet. You know what happened? 7 days. 7 days later, he woke up, everything became clear. I was shocked. I said, what? I'm not kidding with you. This is why I love rain. Okay? And it's all because now you understand it's the blood vessels that able to move with the red blood cell and there's oxygen. And then the nutrition start feeding all the cells inside the eyeball. That's it. Now we believe science. We are logical mind. You know, don't tell me testimony, okay? Don't. I need a reason. And I'm telling you, this is the reason. It's all those phytochemicals, those nutritions, oxygen moving in the blood vessel, opening up the blood vessels and moving into the cells, and the cells come alive. That's the only thing I can tell you. So please, if you have friends that have sticky blood, You know what sticky blood means, right? Yeah, doctor give you medicine, which you need to take them so that it got suppressed, okay? Yeah, you have to listen to the doctor. Now, the thing is that knowing the sticky blood, and if you do have cholesterol, you know, triglycerides that are high, you better be careful. That means this is how it looks like in your blood. Fat, bad fat in the blood. And this is what is blocking the traffic jam. It's the bad fat in the lymph. And so the tears are not cleaning your lenses right. And the inside, all those cells, okay, just remember, people with high blood pressure, diabetes, make sure, put it in your head, okay? You can prevent, you can have good visions. This is the key, okay? Retina detach. This is very common too. Common for people with high blood pressure and diabetes. This is the word called detach. Retina, red is that little yellow strip, okay? Right here. This is the healthy one, okay? See, this is the healthy one. It's that little yellow thin lining. So this, the one on the right side is bigger. You see this little yellow thing? Okay, okay, connect to the optic nerve. Now, a tear or hole in the retina, right here, it start tearing. It is almost like a little blanket, I guess, or glue. The gel glue to this retina. A tear or hole in the retina allows those fluid to leak through, pulling the retina away from the underlying tissue, getting loose. This retina is a thin layer of light-sensitive nerve tissues. See, anytime we see a nerve tissue, it needs fat. It needs fat, okay? I'm telling you, this is, it would get worse and worse, okay? You might feel uncomfortable. Might not be any pain yet, but it starts coming out. And why? Because these blood vessels inside the eyeball, that next to the gel, next to the retina, you see, go back. If your blood is like this, sticky, okay, and with bad fat, these blood vessels get swollen, get bigger. I mean, you know, you ever seen people with a swollen finger? That's it. It gets swollen in the vessel, the blood vessel. So that's then this retinal detachment will even move faster because the bottom stuff is getting big, okay, giving pressure. So come off. So it's an easy surgery. Doctor would do a retina detach surgery, very easy. It's an easy one, okay? But can you avoid it? Sure you can. If you keep your blood flowing freely, you know, do a little simple walking exercise, do something good to yourself. Drink water, eat a little proper diet. Otherwise, you know what happened? Leaking blood vessel, these can break. These can break. If they break it, come on, all kinds, they call everything come loose. If all happen together, you go blind. This is serious. And especially, I got this picture. It was interesting. Diabetic. You know, people suffering diabetes, they taking medicine good, and medicine for 30 years and keep you in good shape. You do have to change your diet, please. And please do yourself some good. Take some rain, salt, and core along with your good diet, okay? Because you know why? Otherwise, I've seen enough people. I mentioned a long time, there was a lady I met in Canada. After my talk, she came up and shared. And She diabetic 30 years. I think she's in the 50s. She looks good. And she tried her best, she said. She does have good diet, she said. But unfortunately, she got bleedings in the eye. You see bleeding like this. Okay? This is the complication for most of the people that are diabetic. Because the medicine will make them eat a lot. And when they eat a lot, tend to eat the wrong food. So consequently, the eye vessels are small. They can not take these heavy dose of toxins. So it break and leaking. So her eye, one eye leak, bleeding 6 times. And she laser. Okay, true. Very easy now. Doctor would do a laser treatment. And it was, stop bleeding. But after she did it 6 times, she lost, her only vision left was 25%. And then her acupuncturist asked her to take Ringso. She bought 20 boxes. I tell you what, when someone suffered 30 years of diabetes, don't sell them 2 boxes. Please tell them to sign up and do auto ship herself for a long time. Okay? She finished the 20 boxes. I think she took like three packets a day, couple months. She finished it and she felt her eye improve. She went to see her eye doctor, and the eye doctor was so surprised. Her vision went up from 25 to 75% vision. Happy. That's it. She kept taking on medicine, but now, now she's back to 75%. She would not lose her vision for life because she's already 50s, So I'm telling you, this is amazing. You say, how it work? I tell you what, you see these blood vessels right here? I think this lady is like this. You see these swollen vessels, swollen. Okay, the bleeding one, the doctor took care of it, laser. But the swollen one, I'm pretty sure because the Ringso is anti-inflammatory, and when she start taking Ringso, the blood vessel become normal again. You see, normal again, then no obstruction. So when she see things, those images, just no blockage, right? So just go right into the optic nerve, go right through the optic nerve, and so she can see. So improve. So that's what I can tell you. It's amazing. This is it. I can tell you, every one of us need to take it every day. You see, tell you, blood vessel swelling, okay? It will change retina and abnormal growth, leaking fluid. Okay, please love yourself. We love to see things. I can't imagine people go blind. It's so sad. You understand? So anytime we see a person, high blood pressure, sticky blood, taking blood thinning pill, taking diabetes medicine, please try to tell them. Cataract, this is the easiest one. Easiest one, which is the most common one. It's just 30 lens. 30 lenses from 30 lymphatics. Lymph gland, because the lymph keeps all the fat, right? You have to watch my other video. All the fat accumulate inside the lymph. So when the so-called cleansing of these lenses, supposed to do automatic. Like why 40, 50 years old, I cannot wear contact lenses? Because my limbs were sticky. So my lens was cloudy. I have to wear glasses. Then later on, for the past 30 years, I took care of myself. I did. I am taking care of myself. Things I shouldn't eat, I'm not going to eat. Okay, so it's a 30 lens. Cataract's easy. Doctor just go in and take the old lens out and put your new one. Okay, so again, you can see the person's eye getting gray. That's the buildup. Okay, so anyway, that's the easy one. When your lens is clean, you'll see everything. Okay, so it's just that doctor did a lot of stuff, but I told you already, your eyes are the window of your health. So again, this is it. In closing, I tell people, how can you not take Ring Soul? It's internal shampoo. This lady, I met her, I think must be almost 10 years ago in Johor Bahru. She's the one that Rachel called me and said, Susie, a lady blind, I can see now. I said, come on, don't tell me that. And I flew over Johor and met the lady. I think her testimony is in YouTube. She's only 50 something. She had a retina detach operation 2 times. It didn't work. It didn't work. And the doctor offered the 3rd time and no guarantee. So the lady said, no. I tried 2 times already. Forget it then. No 3rd surgery. I just leave her alone. She cannot see with 1 eye. And the doctor said it was blood clot. There's blood clot inside the vessel. So the doctor has to go cut it open, take it out. But the doctor said the new clot can form. So no guarantee. So she, no. So all she did was she took 6 packets of soap. Someone gave it to her and said, this will move your blood. You keep your blood moving around, right? So she took it 1 packet a day, 6 days. After 6 days, she looked up the clock, 5:30. And she go to the kitchen, she saw the ants. The clock, the oxygen. The oxygen moved along the circulation and just went away, I guess. Huh? So that's how 10 years ago I said, boy, this oxygen travel to the smallest capillary. Hooray! This is it, circulation. So this is the ladies with the son, 7-year-old, with the so-called lacking fatty tissue in the brain. And it cost him, gave him a chemo treatment. Doctor treated like cancer. So there's a mom. I met her in the shopping mall a couple years later. She said, I'm still on auto share. Yeah. Again, everyone saw this from the doctor, live blood test. This is it, sticky blood. So the sticky blood, the worst is for the eye, for the pupil. Okay. And I guess if you have a strong liver, if you can break down, metabolize all the bad fat, then you might put it this way, then your blood will be in good order. But anybody got bad cholesterol, high blood pressure, triglyceride, diabetes, I'm not kidding with you. Watch out. It might hurt your eyes. This is prevention. Okay, you see, after taking 2 packets, 25 minutes, you get oxygens. Yeah. This little girl, I always tell, I love to tell, it's not eye problem, but the father bought it, 1 packet, 3 kids share. So each kid share 1 tablespoon. She took it 3 tablespoons. She starts seeing what? Instead of seeing C go to the left, it open on the right. You see, it's the eye, it's the back of the brain, it's the image. Dyslexia. The doctor said no cure. Either she grow out of it or she just suffer. See, it's the image. It's the number 2 nerve. 3 tablespoons, 3 days. Her spelling test went from 5% to 63%. She got a B grade instead of fail. How important it is. This is the man from Norway. He said, after 52 years, now I'm looking at both eyes. That was amazing. But again, it's the muscle in the eyes, in the brain. Oh, this is the lady. In closing, I met her April 2019 in the convention, and she came over and asked me, said, Miss Susie, I got a hole in my eye. So actually, it's the retina. And so I mean, I just look at her and she looks healthy and tiny lady. I said, just don't take 201 core, okay? So she did. Then I met her in September again, which is how long? May, June, July, August. 5 months later, she's so happy. She thanked me. She said, Miss Susie, I follow your instruction. Now I went back to the doctor. My test is all perfect. My eyes are okay now. So this is it. This is it. I can tell you, I mean, this is serious. Our eyes can be very healthy all the days of our life if we just take a little time to, take care of ourselves, on the prevention mode. Okay, this is it. So I would say definitely for your young little kids in the house, tablespoon a day, like the little girl, Alexia. I mean, she actually flipped the image. Just taking 3 days, 3 tablespoons. She's seeing things perfect. It's amazing. Okay, so I mean, nearsighted. I guess I'm improving. I have my stigmatism almost less than improved 50%. Okay, I mean, as I get older, so I'm happy. So please take care of yourself. Go share the rain soul and call with everyone. Okay, thank you.